Good. Good.
You let the hate flow through you.
Totally professional. Not recropping this at the last possible second. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry
Welcome
for the
back
late start.
to Mehcast Reacts. Yes, as it is Black Friday, we have had ourselves a little bit of a time here. Excuse me,
Yep.
I have to flip some switches in the background. We are back to the Screwattack Top 10s. Combination of just general issues with scheduling and the fact that one of us was unavailable and then another one of us was unavailable, and we just came back. That's why we're getting started at 9 p.m. Central Time. So, excuse me.
That and Alex was busy with cake,
Yes.
and he's a big, and that just proves like how big of a Stolas fan he is because he's busy with that cake.
How big of a what fan?
Oh no, they'll know. I ain't repeating it.
I thought you were gonna make some kind of like innuendo, like they try to do with Mario or maybe Portal.
Oh, that was.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it now. I ain't repeating it.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, yeah. Gotta get some cake going. Anyways, top 10 scariest games.
Come over then.
And we have Ellen Ripley's daughter on the on here, speaking of cake. Even though we don't get to see her cake in that game because it's first person.
What if there were a mod to make it third person?
They'd have to render a head, because Amanda doesn't actually have a head in the game, and I'm not sure how much of the character model is actually rendered. I have no doubt that the internet is there to provide that for us, though.
Guess what? It's Halloween season, the best time of the year. Woo! So
Not anymore.
It's time to count them down. The top 10 scariest
It's after
games
Thanksgiving.
in video games. And no,
Yep.
spoiler right now, Friday Night at Freddy's. No.
No
Not
Friday
good,
Night at
no,
Freddy's?
Not scary at all. Bah. Hey, I'm stuttering correctly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it was that scary
Top 10
myself.
Scariest games in video game history. Woo!
Although I would say you might want to get the actual name of the game right.
All right, so a lot of people look to Slenderman and say,
Slender?
Hey, this is probably dreamt up in some sort
Really?
of awful internet forum.
Yes.
I don't really know if they're right, but...
Yes, no,
I don't know.
Slender
Either way,
is not
it's
in the
scary
top
as shit.
10 scariest
He's faceless
games.
and shadowy, he's got this long, lanky build, and all of a sudden...
No, but remember the time it came out.
Jump scare.
Yeah.
I am
Crazy.
remembering the
You got
time that it came out. I made a video about it, well, a
a
couple of videos about it actually, the time that it came out. I was not impressed.
The tension is certainly real, plus it is frighteningly...
Granted, I never played the full version of the game, but,
Go play Slender.
no, I already did. Number
Actually,
nine?
we knew this,
Number
but we actually
9?
played Alien Isolation to completion.
Oh,
on
come
camera
on.
our live stream, and it definitely hits a sweet spot of just this nostalgic terror that had a building in our childhood and our adult minds for years. Putting Bullet and I against the
Only number 9.
invincible xenomorph that stalked us throughout an entire space station as we hid in lockers and lurked around corners and sometimes just hoped for the best. Sure, we got a flamethrower and stuff to fend it off occasionally, but it didn't stop us from pooping in our pants every once in a while.
No! What are you doing?
Oh my god!
What are you doing?
I thought
You're a goddamn idiot!
No, I thought he was gonna fuck that
Yeah, I
guy
was
up
gonna
for a
say,
little
why
bit.
are you running past him, not over?
The trend of games featuring defenseless characters made popular by Slender and Amnesia hit a fever pitch with the release of Outlast. I mean, it practically checks off every prerequisite you could possibly have for a terrifying
Not better than
environment.
Alien.
Dark Asylum? Yep.
Giant
Huge-ass hanging
dick.
dog slowly stalking you? Oh, you betcha. Giant monstrosity who always shows up at the wrong time? Bingo! Psychotically friendly yet skinless doctor who chases you around with a giant pair of scissors.
Yeah, but
And
Clock
you know what?
Tower.
It's absolutely horrifying.
It's just a fucking jump scare. I'm not impressed so far. Oh, Dead Space. Dead Space is
And I have
okay.
this beautiful script in front of me that I'm supposed to tell you about how scary it is, but ultimately we know it's a good game, we know it's scary. I just really wanted to point out our old buddy Destin, who now works at IGN, his costume from a few years ago, and how great it really was. Love you, buddy.
I'd put that higher myself, unless of course we're going to have...
atmospheric Mars base full of monster closets. Sure, opening a gate to hell and dealing with
Okay,
some of the
Doom
scariest
3.
monsters in video game history sucks. But the worst part? Your flashlight is something you had to switch out of. That's right. Originally, you had to
So,
use
Doom
a
3,
flashlight or a
above
gun. So obviously, if you
Alien.
wanted to defend yourself, you'd have to do it in
And
the
Dead
dark. That is
Space.
until that wuss, Glenn Frenzon Murphy, made the duct tape mod. Whatever, we're purists.
And the BFG edition.
Do you know why the T-1000
Resident Evil 3?
Terminator 2 was so scary?
Resident Evil 3?
Because Sarah Connor and company don't know how to kill it. All they do is run.
Ew.
So take that kind of anxiety.
No, that's
and
Resident
add it
Evil
on
3.
top of the already tense Resident Evil series. RE3 brought us Nemesis, the ultimate war machine. He'd be
That's
freaking tough
not
as it is if he
it.
just
It's not
beat you
spelled
to
with
death
Roman
his fist.
numerals,
But
guys.
no, he's packing a rocket launcher. Nemesis really is the tipping point deciding which Resident Evil to include in this list, and while Resident Evil 2 may have been the better game overall, the anxiety...
Well,
levels
Resident
never
Evil
quite
2
reached
was
the
not a
heights.
better game than Resident Evil 3, and I will die on this hill.
Yeah, yes it is.
Well, yeah,
Resident Evil
totally
2 is a great
inside
game.
the
Resident
line,
Evil
and
2 is
the
not as
Resident
polished
Evil
as Resident Evil 3.
original
No!
first-person horror
No!
games to date.
No!
Waking up on the
Amnesia
floor,
is
bringing
not
down
better
castle,
than Resident
getting
Evil
all
3.
the-
2016, 2016. Remember?
And if by being chased by flesh-eating
Not better than
monsters
Alien
is bad
Isolation.
enough, now you
Not
gotta
better
do
than
all
Dead
the
Space.
physics-based puzzles.
Alex, it's okay. Craig is
All right.
The
The game
Craig
also
is in
has
his
challenges like
somewhat
doing things like
capped
keeping oil in your lamp from
phase.
burning out and keeping your insanity low. And if those
Well,
damn barrels weren't scary
yeah.
enough to keep you awake at night,
As you
the
can
jump
see, he
scares
is wearing a
surely
cap.
All right, real talk here. We didn't realize how great Condemned Criminal Origins was.
Condemned
until
Criminal
actually put it on
Origins,
this
that's a
list.
good one.
Yeah, it's a surprising number 3. But Condemned is a great lesson on how lighting and environmental atmosphere can totally mess with your mind. I mean, the main character, Ethan Carter himself, starts to lose it in the game, giving the developers a great excuse to break the rules to mess with the player's head.
This is a good choice.
Combat turns into a paranoid psychosis as you start to question what the game's going to make you face next. Remember those mannequins that appeared out of nowhere making you think that you were moving when you weren't looking? Yeah, that's freaky.
Number 2.
Man, Japanese horror sure has a knack for strange fiction. Fatal Frame 2 has you controlling this pair of twins as you explore this ghost inhabited
Crimson
village.
Butterfly.
Not 3.
Through the lens of a powerful
Not...
camera.
Yeah.
Got it? Yeah, you can shoot at some smaller enemies and stuff, but don't let your guard down. The Lost Village is controlled by an evil spirit named Sai who wants to use the sisters to complete a terrifying ritual.
And
I don't know, something about having one twin kill the other and then throwing their body into a pit? Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. The key here is that some games make you run from ghosts, but Fatal Frame makes you stare them in their fucking face and say, cheese!
Hi, Sadako.
Number 1.
Hey, I can hear Akira
Silent
Yamaoka right
Hill
there.
2.
Yeah.
You are James
Okay.
Sutherland, and your dead wife
I agree.
sent you a letter from Silent Hill. So you decide, hey, let's go on a road trip to the sleepy town to become lost in the fog. And while you're there, you notice many oddball things lurking around the town. Sporting some really violent fetishes, none more disturbing than Pyramid Head and his appetite for sexual destruction. And unlike the original Silent Hill, the game's sequel is tailored to James. Filled with this weird sexuality that may be representative of James' inner demons, Silent Hill's small-town charm is basically his own personal hell. The radio mechanic creates tension that most games can't even understand, let alone capture, which really empowers James, but also makes him just a paranoid wreck. While talking about putting Silent Hill 2 on the list, I'm pretty sure someone in the office pee-peed in their pants a little bit while talking about this game. I'm just saying, it's pretty freaking scary. I'm not gonna tell you who it was, but it was Gerardo Mejia.
Okay
Thanks for
then.
watching our top
Okay, so the number
scariest
one-
games. If you enjoy
the
scary
number
games,
one and the
enjoy
number
Halloween,
3 were
make sure you give this
correct.
video a huge thumbs up. Also, make sure you go.
Everything else was wrong.
Wrong order, wrong games, things in, you know, things in places they don't belong. Where was Sweet Home?
Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
I'm putting in Nick Broke It. This list
Same.
fucking sucks.
Where?
Nick Broke
Put it where? Nick broke it. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Kevin?
I said the same thing.
Where, though?
I put it right at the bottom.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
Oh, wow, okay.
This list pisses me off. I'm a horror game guy, and this
Same thing, but usually they don't have them like in ranking, like from best to worst kind of thing, unless they outright say so.
yeah, but they're like,
Guys, I fear I'm being approached.
where's no Sweet Home? Like, Sweet Home is the original survival horror game. No Alone in the Dark. No no Clock Tower. You put
Sweet
fucking
Home and
Outlast
Clock
on there,
Tower
but
well, think about it. Sweet Home and Clock Tower weren't as universally loved as they were, what, in 20 something? You know?
I mean,
The
I
love for
wouldn't
it
necessarily
didn't really
say
come yet.
that. I was
Oh, no, I
seeing
know there
people
were some
talk
people
about
who
it back
loved
then.
Back in the, I know
And I
there were some
remember,
people who loved
I
it.
remember Clock Tower was popular enough that people were like passing around fan translations of the Super Nintendo game, and the PlayStation 1 version was all over the place. Like, I'm not saying it was super hyper mainstream, but like top 10 scariest games, and you put Slender and Outlast on there when
Slender
Slender is lame and Outlast is just derivative.
Slender was still new at the time. Also, there was a better version of it on 360.
Yeah. Well, the like, that's another odd omission, because they have Slender the 8 Pages, which is like, what, the third chapter of Slender the Arrival? Third or fourth? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And like, I haven't even played the full version of that game, because I played the demo and I was not at all interested. I got a bag on this, man. This is, and fucking Doom 3, not Doom 1 or 2.
Doom 1 and Doom
Doom 64 even.
2 play more like action games.
Yeah.
Doom 3 is more of like a horror.
Yeah, it was meant to be
Because you
more
do
of
have
a
to keep
horror
that
game.
fight up.
It still bugs me, because Alien Isolation is legit. When you play that on the maximum difficulty, or what was maximum difficulty at launch, because fun fact, Alien Isolation is one of the few games I got to play before launch.
Fun fact about that game too: if you play that with a mic, the alien
Ew, I didn't know that.
will legitimately hear you through the mic.
Yeah, because I never had my Kinect hooked up when I wasn't using it, and like, I just didn't have the chat headset hooked up when I wasn't online.
It's fun to mess with people with that info though, because I remember I was watching a VTuber called Tricky, I think. She was playing that thing live, and I decided to send in a donation saying, "Fun fact: if you play this." If you play this with a headset on, the alien can actually hear everything you say, and her avatar just frowned at that information, and everyone was like, "What?" In the comments, they're like, "What the hell? We didn't know that."
So where would you put it? Assuming
Me? Oh, it's not that bad. Honestly, he could have put in scary games that are not even really considered scary games, or scary to like the normal gamer, because they could have put Doom 1 and 2, but like I said, there were more action-y games with a horror element to it. They could have put in the first Silent Hill, which sure is like kind of scary, but not compared to 2 and the other ones after that. They could have put in some other obscure shit like Rule of Rose, Corpse Party, but they did more mainstream stuff, because because everyone knew what Slender was, everyone knew what obscure not obscure, but the fucking one, the fucking with the skinless doctor shit.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Silent Hill, Resident Evil, Doom, Outlast. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We just fucking watched it. I just forgot it.
Usually I'm the one forgetting things like this.
Right? But yeah, dude, they could have put in Resident Evil fucking Outbreak Files 1 or 2 in there, just for the nostalgia's sake, because that was very scary.
Well, yeah, and the fact that you had to like
You
work
rely on
together to make
guys,
that work.
Other
Yeah,
players online with no headset.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
like that.
or hell,
That was
Alone in the Dark.
Left 4 Dead.
The Left 4 Dead is not really a horror game, though.
Well, no. Well, Alone in the Dark is one of the ones. It kind of strikes me with that as an omission because that's
They could
seminal.
have put in either the classic or the one on 360. You know, I don't have your stone. Fuck you anyway.
I'm
for
the
the-
Lightbringer. Oh,
Just
sorry.
for the
I have
fact
to
that
do
it
the. I have to do the voice right. I'm the Lightbringer. I'm the fucking universe.
They could have done something with that, but I think this is fine enough considering the time it came out. You know, I'm upset that it was just mainstream stuff, but what are you gonna do? It's not that bad. I would put it in the bottom of hard news, but that's the highest I'll go.
So I guess that
So
means
somewhere.
that kind of splits the difference. So, it's probably top of Nick Broke It then.
Okay then.
Eh. It's not as fun as Dinosaurs in Gaming, though. Yeah, leave it. No. Yeah.
I'm
No.
just looking across
Yeah,
my
there you go.
shelves here, trying to see if I find anything that. I'm glad they didn't try and put The Last of Us on there because The Last of Us isn't a particularly scary horror game.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
It's more action based.
Yeah, I like to say it's the
But at the same
lost
time, I
zombie
can see
mod
the horror
for
elements in there,
Uncharted.
Ugh. El Dorado is not a city of gold. Fuck me, right?
Well, anyway, top 10 X-Men.
Oh, before we go on, because we had some confusion about this last time. Hi, everybody. I'm Alex. This guy to my right here is Kevin, and then to his right is Gizmo. We are the hosts of your show for tonight. Because we had a chatter who was constantly confusing me and Ben on Wednesday.
Why?
I don't know. I guess he just didn't know our names.
Bro, our names are right there. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah.
in the video description.
Well, yeah, it's in the
Fucking
video
read it.
description, but it doesn't say who's who. So I guess if you don't know, you don't know. And the names that pop up on screen aren't our handles. So,
I guess.
anyways,
But yeah, next one is top 10 X-Men. And
okay.
fun fact, there's an X-Men that can turn anything into chocolate as long as it's 10 ounces.
Okay, so closing my eyes, I'm gonna name off my favorite members of the X-Men: Archangel, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Gambit, Cable. I'm gonna be a real troll about this one and say Spider-Man.
No, we could always have one of Gizmo's favorites.
Iceman, Shadowcat, Colossus, and of course Wolverine.
No. Oh, Alex, you don't understand. One of Gizmo's favorites isn't a favorite of either of our lists. Anyway,
Is it
let's
Snowflame? Because Snowflame's DC.
proceed. No! No! Besides, Hugbees needs to be the only person who is allowed to voice Snowflame. Nobody else.
is ready. Yeah.
Anyway,
Gizmo, what are your 10 favorite X-Men? Kevin, what are your 10 favorite X-Men? I know I left off Cyclops. I like Cyclops too. I was just
I'm not gonna.
I was just
list
being a
off 10.
troll when I put Spider-Man in there.
Let's just get in there.
Because Spider-Man is
Yes, well,
technically a
play the-
member of the X-Men. He's just
Chun-Li is also a member of the X-Men.
yeah, true, yeah.
But
But
play the video.
push
Pull
the
the
button,
lever,
Gizmo.
Wrong
Wrong
lever. Why do we even have that lever?
Gizmo. Do copy. Gizmo. Gizmo!
So Gizmo was kidnapped by ninjas. Fuck. So while we wait for our esteemed colleague to make his triumphant return,
Excuse me.
tell me, how does it feel knowing that we are dangerously, and I do stress dangerously, close to viewing the worst part of the Digimon Adventure continuity?
Oh man, it feels great.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just quoting Mike Stoklasa.
No, that shouldn't make you feel great. It should fill you with a sense of dread.
It feels about the same as knowing that Amazon is working on a new Stargate show.
Oh, we're gonna have to get that Amazon man. I'm gonna get you someday, Amazon man. Watch out, watch out. I hope you understand that you are not my friend. Amazon man. I'm gonna get you someday, Amazon man. Until we meet again. Boy, howdy, this is certainly an interesting time for someone to dip out in the middle of our live stream.
So how was your
Wouldn't you agree?
Thanksgiving, Kevin?
It was all right. We had food.
Yeah.
I ended up out of sheer boredom watching with my little sister, her boyfriend, and some of our cousins. The first episode of season 5 of The Things That Are Stranger.
Oh yeah, I heard that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame considering how good I heard season 4 was. Like, okay, so for Stranger Things, I heard season 1 and 2 were really good, and then season 3 was kind of lame, and then season 4 was really good, and then now season 5 is lame, and that sucks because, one, we're like 10 years into this endeavor when less than 5 seasons are out, and two, season 5 is going to be the last one. Apparently the Duffer Brothers are just kind of flailing at this point. I don't know. I haven't kept up with the show a whole lot, I gotta be honest.
I haven't really watched any episodes, period.
I've got the first season on 4K, because I got it, like Netflix put it out on 4K. Apparently they put out seasons 2 and 3 on 4K as well, and then patched some shit that was left unfinished for the Netflix version. So that's great.
I still remember the fact that some people mistakenly assumed that Orihime's hair color was orange, like around like Ichigo's, but in reality, it's actually chestnut colored.
Uh,
It was a common
that's like
mistake.
That's like an odd issue of the colorization and things like that.
Yeah, this is why I don't necessarily read colored manga.
Well, if you exclusively looked at like colored versions of Dragon Ball, it would have seemed like Goku's gi was like a dark pink.
A dark what now?
Like a dark pink, like it's a pink color, but somebody turned down the brightness. And then, like, turned
So,
up the
like the
saturation.
like the Japanese dragon boxes.
No.
Only it affects the clothing rather than the skin color.
Yeah.
See, I know how this works. You don't gotta explain that part to me. So why do you feel the need to become this thing in this topic that we were discussing earlier?
A what?
Note that I am being intentionally vague so not to
Oh.
give anything away.
I mean, I don't know how to... I don't know how to explain that.
You can text it to me. Since we're still live.
I think I explained it fairly well earlier.
Hmm. Yeah. You know what I hear Ryan Reynolds' problem as Detective Pikachu is?
The fact that he still sounds exactly like Ryan Reynolds?
No. It's the fact that he keeps pushing people away and he blames them for leaving.
Hmm.
That's an actual reference to the movie.
Hmm. I'm gonna ask Gizmo if he was kidnapped by ninjas.
Right? All these thoughts running through my head. Arm on fire, veins burning red.
It's funny because that was exactly the same. Oh, there we go.
Up there's Gimzo.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, buddy?
Oh, it's a Friday, so take a guess what?
What happened this time?
Drunk driver.
No, for real. It's a Friday, so take a guess.
Oh no, what is it?
Drunk driver hit your
No, you should remember
phone
that
call.
for some reason, every Friday, only Friday, for some reason, I always get problems with my Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah,
Now I
because
got the-
because Gizmo's had those issues with his internet for a little while now, and for some reason, because like if you've watched our other streams, it never happens on like a Monday or a Wednesday or a Saturday or a Sunday. No, it only happens on Friday, and I think that must be because we've got a bunch of morons logging on all at once.
By the way, so yeah, Gizmo. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so going back to an earlier topic that you and I discussed, Gizmo. Of the 6 designs that my the character protagonist has, which one looks the most appealing? Like, just pick a number between 1 through 6.
0. I don't know. I'm trying to set things up again right now.
Sorry.
Fucking, I don't know why, man. I'm still trying to figure out why only Fridays.
Maybe it's the exact. I get the impression that Yakuza Fridays are not good days for you
anymore.
No. What do you mean Yakuza Fridays?
Have you not heard the famous song from Yakuza 0?
Oh,
No, I have not.
Okay, let me see if I can just fucking bring this
Look up
again.
Yakuza 0 Friday.
No. Later. Fucking, I don't care.
Hmm?
See, where is it? Where is it? Top 10. Exol Munzels. Come on.
Top 10 people who want them. Sorry, I was holding my tongue.
X-Men, X-Men. Top 10 X-Men. Where is it?
Oh.
Is it X-Men or X-Men games? Oh, just
X-Men. Top 10 X-Men.
Yeah, I think.
Because we were
Just
having the
top 10.
conversation about what was everybody's favorite X-Men before we...
Before the gay, Iceman.
Yes!
For Ice
Bobby
And-
used to be really cool, and then they made him... Well, they took away his
Well,
girl
they
and made him
literally-
lemon gay.
Oh, they literally turned him gay.
Yep.
Like Jean Grey went into his mind and said, "Hey, Bobby, you're now gay."
I am now gay,
You
not
are
because
gay.
not because Jean Grey went into my mind and told me so.
Why are you gay? Who says I'm gay? You are gay. Was it X-Men or X-Men Games? Let me just double check.
X-Men. It was the X-Men.
Well, I
Top
know,
10
because
X-Men.
it just says X-Men, yeah, but I gotta make sure if it's just X-Men or they're just put it there because they're talking about X-Men games. Let me see here. X-Men. Top 10. Oh, okay, yeah, it's top 10 X-Men. Right, let me just. What was that at? Top 10. Screwattack's top 10. Yeah, that should have been in there. I don't know, whatever. Let's get back on track. Top 10 X-Men. You got it?
There we go. All right.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
By the way, I'm not cutting
So
any
we're
of
sitting around
this
the break
out.
room and we're like, hey, I love Wolverine. Hey, I love Psylocke. So we thought, hey, let's make the top 10 X-Men guys. Sound good. So let's count them down. The Crazy Mutants, the best X-Men ever. As always, our goal, 10,000 likes. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up here on YouTube. It's amazing. And also, don't forget, stick around for the end of the video. Hey, I'm stuttering. Screwattack's top 10 X-Men.
Number 10.
Which of the...
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
it's Colossus, right? Here's the thing. He's
okay.
a Russian patriot who can turn his entire body into metal. But instead of being unable to move like you or I, his body is organic enough to bend
Yeah.
and flex like a normal human body would while still having the properties of steel. I know, it's crazy and doesn't make any sense. But that's comics, you know? And for the record, I just want to get this off my chest. All of you who go to Mehcast every year and hear all those people doing that stupid Colossus yell, guess what? We did it. Screwattack. We started it way back in 2007 while playing the X-Men arcade game.
They did.
We're
Yeah.
sorry. And we
They did.
And Kyle A. Bear would continue that trend.
Gambling and
Gambit!
But you know what? Gambit throws telekinetic
My boy.
and has a freaking power pole to beat the crap out of bad guys.
Oh, about to make a
Gambit is
name for
such a
myself out
powerful
here.
Bastard. He once had a lobotomy to keep his powers in check, and even then, that hasn't kept him from realizing his full potential. Plus, Gambit's thick accent and roguish charm don't only add to the mystique of him being a mutant, but also put him in the running for Wingman of the Year next time you're trying to land your next lover. Meow. Hey, and speaking of meow,
Number 8.
This is gonna be...
Kitty Pryde can
Oh, yeah.
phase through
Shadowcat.
anything, making her practically invincible. She can beat people up through walls and
Evolution version's
Coloss-
goat.
Yeah.
And
Colossus's
that's all
wife.
amazing, but the kicker to all this is that she has
I
a pet
feel
dragon.
sorry for her.
Boom! Pet dragon.
Oh, don't
On the
worry,
list
she's
no
bigger
matter
on the
what.
inside.
Number 7.
I think she'd
Born into
have
the
to
shitty
be.
alternate reality Earth where mutants were placed in concentration camps, Lucas Bishop is the badass
Nice.
MFer of the X-Men team. He grew up on the stories of the legendary mutants and would travel back in time to not only rewrite his future, but shape the present. His ability to absorb all forms of energy allows him
There
the
is no
option to
fate but what we
repurpose said
make.
energy into strength,
Yep.
speed, stamina, and regenerative talents, in addition to massive concussive blast. That is sweet.
Number 6.
Rogue is pretty much the epitome of what
Yeah.
an X-Men is supposed to
Mhm.
be. Despite having an extremely useful power, it's also a curse and a burden at the same time. While the whole getting close enough to touch part of her power can be tough when fighting enemies, one lucky tap of her finger and she can take on anybody on equal terms. Flight, super strength, invulnerability, all wrapped up in a super sexy
Oh,
pretty much the most OP X-Men ever.
Number
Pretty much.
5.
If I were to ask you what you thought was awesome,
Nightcrawler?
and you didn't respond
Yeah.
with, well, Craig, I think a telepathic circus priest who enjoys fencing is awesome, you would be wrong. Normally, my man Nightcrawler doesn't teleport to a place he's already been. Once during the Age of Apocalypse series, Nightcrawler teleported a shark inside a blob and let him go to town in a feeding frenzy. Nom, 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 nom. Nightcrawler's a priest, and he did that. Yes!
Number 4.
And that's his mother.
Psylocke! You sexy British mutant who transformed into a sexy ninja assassin with telepathic powers.
that's it. Get over here and molest me. What is wrong with you?
And made into like swords and knives, but can also be turned into butterflies. And yeah, that's so cute. She can also teleport, levitate, and engage in any form of telepathy you can imagine. At one point while battling in the Savage Lands, Psylocke is able to transport the team to another plane of existence to stop them all from dying in that certain timeline, so they all just live. That's amazing. I'm pretty sure it's a good thing to have a telepath on your team. Just saying.
Number 3.
Ah, Halle Berry. I mean, Storm. So, after being recruited by Professor
Yeah.
X for her weather-wielding mutant powers, Storm
And
quickly
nothing
became the guild
else.
leader and was just a force to be reckoned with. Her abilities are pretty much...
Storm is literally an Omega
nature,
level
calling
mutant,
down
dude.
lightning bolts
Not
and just
that-
flying through
Not
eyes
that
of
beautiful
hurricanes.
white hair,
Yeah,
or
she
not
does
those.
that. Storm has saved
not
her
those
fellow
perfect
teammates
chocolatey
more
thighs.
times than one can count, so it's no surprise she
Or
survived
those
in some
magnificent
retirements.
breasts.
And spoiler on that last line. So, she doesn't die.
Number 2.
So as a kid, you see Wolverine and you're like, hey! he's got
Wolverine's
some
number
cool
2.
ass
Cyclops
claws.
has to be number 1.
Probably not.
If you're only,
Like, oh,
if you're
look,
putting,
look, claws, I think he's really cool. That immediately puts him high on the list.
if you're putting the face of the
Bones and
team
claws make him deadly and
at
tough.
number
When
2, it
comes
better
down to
be
the brass
Cyclops
tacks,
at
his
number
healing
1.
power is what really makes him the badass of all badasses. This bub can survive pretty much anything, from being cut up to being almost completely disintegrated by a bomb. Even being shot in the junk by the Punisher. He has no problem jumping into a situation that he knows he's gonna get seriously messed up in. And it's not like he doesn't feel pain either. This guy just doesn't give a shit. And that makes him amazing.
It's
does.
number 1.
So what do you say
Hi,
about a kid
Gene.
who's already one of the most powerful
Okay,
telepaths
close
in
enough.
the galaxy, only to be possessed by
Excuse
a
me.
god? I think you call that a badass. Jean Grey is a
would
legacy
call
member of
that
the
a
X-Men, but quickly became
bad
the
time.
strongest when the Phoenix Force inhabited her body, making her the most
I
unstoppable
mean,
being in the
Alex.
entire universe. Besides being able to hop in the mind of pretty much just about anyone,
When I have a bad
anywhere,
time,
at
that's
any
how you
time,
have a bad
Phoenix
time.
has devoured entire star
Cyclops
systems
would
to
consider it a
satiate
bad time.
hunger,
Wolverine
and
would be
destroy
like,
whole civilizations
hell, fuck it,
using
let's do
cosmic
this.
fire
Hotcha
in the vacuum of
mama.
space. We're talking space fire here, people. And get this, even after Jean dies, her ghost form or whatever uses her time manipulation ability to change the future and ensure the Xavier Institute is cared by her widower and his new girlfriend. This amazing chica is dead, and she's still making an impact. Man, you talk about sacrificing your needs for the greater good. Phoenix is the ultimate X-Man.
Okay.
I can't really disagree with any of that.
Yeah, it's a good list.
I'm disappointed that there really aren't any troll picks on there.
Like funny picks.
Well, like Spider-Man.
Like-
I was like, yeah, that would have, like, Morph would have been funny to have on there, because he's technically part of the inciting incident that causes the entire X-Men animated series to kick off, but at the same time, he's
Right.
kind of a lame character.
The
that
fact
people
he was
like-
able to lose it all is just mind-boggling to me.
And lack of like a serious joke pick, for lack of a better word, would have been mine. It would have been Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is technically a member of the X-Men.
Okay, so where are we sticking this?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Spider-Man and was a member of the X-Men, and for quite not an insignificant period of time.
Put it like
I mean,
middle
it was
of
in-
Iron Man of gaming.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. I agree. Put that there.
Who would you
Alright,
who would
so-
you exchange if you had to exchange one?
Ah, boy, there's some good
One
X-Men
sec, I'll be
picks
right
there.
back.
I personally think it would have made more sense if they swapped out Jean Grey with Wolverine, because he's the most likable. He's the most lovable.
Yeah, he's the
most loved
face of
character.
the team. He's the guy that everybody follows. He's not only the face of the team, he was part of Marvel's Big Three. Like whenever Marvel was promoting stuff, it was always Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk. That was why.
Also, the fact that he was one of the few X-Men that led the team too, alongside Storm,
Cyclops, and Xavier.
not counting Professor X, because
Yeah.
he was teaching everyone anyway. So, like, with the exception of him, Cyclops, Storm, and Wolverine, and only sometimes Jean Grey were the people who led the team the most.
Mhm.
And out of all those, Wolverine is like right up there, because Cyclops would always, you know how Cyclops is with Jean Grey. Oh no, she's dead again. Fuck, it's time to drink. Wolverine's like, oh shit, people are attacking mutants. Time to drink and then fight. Also, the fact that he had a show dedicated to him leading the team.
Yeah, like Wolverine Wolverine was the focus character of the X-Men movies for a reason. Like,
oh yeah,
like you can't
he had two movies
look
based
at
off
it and
him,
you
right?
say it's like, oh, I can't put Wolverine in this X-Men movie. He wouldn't have been introduced yet. Head in this, and it's like, no. So if it's like how when they made the Avengers, they put Captain America in it straight off, because one, it was a mistake to leave him off in the comics, and I think Stan and Jack admitted to that. And two, like, if they'd had the ability to, they would have also probably put, like, Spider-Man didn't need the publicity boost, but the Avengers could have used the publicity boost of him being one of them, you know what I mean?
Right. Also, the fact that Wolverine had 5 movies with him as the lead.
Yeah.
You know, like what, X-Men 2, Hulk, no, not Hulk versus. Yeah, Hulk versus.
Yeah.
X-Men Origins Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine. 5. You can't really say that about other X-Men characters.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
because
back,
even Kevin, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Because you can't really say that about any of the other X-Men, because most of the other X-Men, despite the fact that they do have interesting stories of their own, people aren't super interested in reading them.
Right.
Part of that is because when they make some of the other X-Men stories the way they do, some of them get really fucking stupid.
Fucking A.
And
like remember you remember when Ilyana was a little girl and then I got transported to another dimension,
and
then they try to get her back, and by capturing her in that same portal she's sucked in, pulling her out, and she's somehow turned into like a 13-year-old girl.
Yep.
Yeah, like no, like, so, man, how did it go? So what happened was, right after going to a different dimension, fighting off villains that overpowered the X-Men, they found out they're actually in an alternate timeline where Wolverine is killed so easily that a guy just snapped one of his claws off and threw it into Colossus's shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, even he was surprised, like, oh, this is one of Wolverine's claws. He threw it at my shoulder and it pierced my armor. After all that, they come back. Eliana's sucked into a portal. Oh no, grab her before she gets away. They feel something, they grab it, they pull it, and then she went from, like, what, being a 5-year-old to a 13-year-old? It was fucking weird. Alright, move on. Let's move on.
Yep.
Next
Oh,
one.
boy.
I just got a notification from Amazon that the Ninja Steel Rumble Tusk Megazord is back in stock. I can't wait to see what somebody's charging for that already overpriced piece of plastic trash.
Ninja Steel. Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one.
But I am a ninja. Yeah!
They made all of their... It was called that because they made all of their weapons out of powdered Ninja Steel. It's time for the top 10 worst Sonic games, and I can't wait to know what new reason I'm going to have to strangle the people who made this video.
If it's Nick running the show, then there's a good reason, I'm sure.
No, this one has Craig in it.
I still stand by my position. It's just that it's Craig now.
Hey, you know what sucks? Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I'm sorry, Internet. It's true. Everything that comes out of the blue hedgehog is balls. You said 100% of everything that comes from Sonic is bad. Yep. What? You know what sucks most of the time? Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey, you know what's not good anymore? Sonic games? Alright, there have been a few here and there, but for the most part, Sonic is pretty much trash. I'm sorry to say it, Sonic fans, but it's true. So let's celebrate the absolute
That depends
worst
on what
by
games you're going to put on this list.
Sonic games. Yeah, we did it like 10 years ago, but there's been a lot of trash
see what
that's
they
been released in
got.
the last 10 years. Also, there's a top 10, and we go for 10,000 thumbs up on our top 10, so give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig for Screwattack.
Oh, this is a phase where he's not wearing a cap.
What are you... Are you speaking into a water bottle?
And to be fair, when you saw Sonic
No, I'm
Fighters
speaking
for the
into a
first time, you were
cup.
like, hey,
Ah.
that's pretty freaking cool.
Sonic the
Then you actually popped
Fighters...
the quarter and you're like, who made this
At the
game?
very
Never
bottom
played a
of
fighting game
bad,
in my life. Let's be honest,
sure.
fighting games back then weren't even that great. They were okay.
There's actually a competitive scene revolving around Sonic the Fighters.
Well,
There's a
here's the thing.
competitive scene for this.
It's
thing.
not that... It's not
Yep.
that terrible of a
Why?
game. It's not great.
And sure, Knacker, Fang, the Weasel, yeah, they appeared in Sonic Triple Trouble, but who the hell are Bean and Bark, and why is Fang so cheap? Yeah, maybe worth playing with your friends for like a laugh or two, but no. No, it's not. Sorry, I was totally a lie. It's not.
Okay, then.
Remember
No,
when Nintendo said,
no,
hey, we're gonna have
no,
3 Sonic
no,
games.
no.
Then 2 came out. Sonic and the Black Knight is the reason only 2 came out. They were pretty
Yep.
shitty. All you have to do to beat Black Knight is
Not worse.
Somehow I knew this was
waggle
going to be on the list.
around like a freaking wagman, and there you go.
You
The
you
game
do
has
realize
no
you have to do
challenge
all that
whatsoever.
stuff.
The fantasy world is not nearly as
You do
clever
have
as
to
Secret
do all
Rings
that
was the first Wii
stuff.
game, and
No,
everything
no.
just seems
Secret
really,
Rings
really
Fantasy
forced. I
World
mean,
sucks.
Sonic is dressed as a knight, for God's sakes. The
Yeah.
only thing the Black Knight really had going
It's
for it
awesome.
was the awesome opening scene where Sonic fights the bad guys over chili dogs. It was actually kind of fun to watch. Too bad it was all
Yeah.
downhill from there. And by downhill, I mean a steep cliff into a bottomless pit.
You realize the cutscenes were a massive upgrade.
You ever play
From
Sonic
Secret
3D
Rings?
Blast?
Oh, no.
Sucked.
This.
Horrible. It's that weird 3D overhead view where games weren't quite 3D, but it was kind of supposed to be cool because it was kind of 3D. Whatever, it was horrible. Shit. Now
No,
try
it
taking
wasn't.
that and putting it on the
Okay.
inferior.
Okay, if you're putting it on the game...
You got
If
this.
you're putting the Game Gear
Ridiculous to
version,
sluggish.
okay,
It's
Sonic
Sonic
Labyrinth. Okay,
Labyrinth.
no, Sonic
Sonic!
Labyrinth needs to be
Let's go
way higher.
fast.
Sonic Labyrinth needs to be way higher.
Hey, you like Mario?
Oh,
Is this?
no.
Oh, this is
Sonic
Super
Shuffle.
Sonic Party for
Rules
the
of Sonic Shuffle
Sega
work against
Dreamcast.
Shuffle.
No mini games between rounds and only.
Speaking
win
of
on specific
partying,
stages. You don't
Gizmo, are you
control
looking
the
forward
goal
to
getting stuck or
playing
something, but a fight
Super Mario
battle
Party
system that's based
Jamboree?
purely on chance.
My copy's gonna be
It
here
takes
tomorrow.
Everything that's fun about Mario Party and just poops
Awesome.
all over it. Talking a lot about poop this top 10. It's one of those games that you put in front of your friends and you just want to torture them for an hour. You think Mario Party destroys friendships? Putting this game in front of your friends will turn them into your worst enemy.
Funnily enough,
should play
this
that.
actually got.
You get the point.
Funnily enough, Alex, Sonic Shuffle actually got the Brain Scratch crew to work together just to make sure they could win the game.
And your reward for getting them
What?
right is to skip over questions, thus totally negating the whole education part of the game. It literally defeats the point of itself.
I've never heard of
Children and
this.
Kids can get through the game without learning anything. Plus
Well,
the fact that it's just
brother had this.
not fun to play in general.
I'm
I'd consider
very
this
sorry
100%
for
a
you.
colossal failure. It may be one of the worst.
Is this running on like a
games
gimped
in
version of the
history, and that's saying a lot.
Doom engine?
Number 5.
Or the Wolfenstein 3D engine?
Question
No,
for you. What do you
no.
think of meeting
Out the
Absolutely
edge.
not.
For the sake of being
Absolutely
I
not.
mean, you think
Not
they're in an office
worse
and they're like,
than...
Oh God, Sonic isn't edgy enough. He's blue. We need like a black or a red version, and he's got to be evil and edgy. We'll call him Shadow.
Shadow's
Yeah,
not
Shadow. And in
evil.
A few years, we're gonna give him his own game.
He's not even edgy.
No, he was.
Has guns.
You forgot
Well,
Sonic
in
Adventure
this-
2, Alex.
We're talking about Shadow the Hedgehog. He's not evil in this game. Not unless you make him evil.
And that machine gun in his
It's
hand.
not a tribal tattoo. That's a rocket launcher.
Because that's stupid.
Symbol of the black arms in the background, and that's a rocket launcher in his hand.
Brave-hearted
hero. I am all I am.
Here we go, buddy. Here we go, buddy.
Here we go, buddy. Here we go.
Oh,
Say this game's a
that'd
joke and
be
movie
much
about
higher.
everything
This
it knows
is
it does, but I think the whole
not
backstory
worse
here
than
and
Sonic
why it
Schoolhouse.
sucks is interesting, and what really emphasizes why
One.
the Sonic franchise has just fallen apart as a whole. This is the worst main series Sonic game, no question. Sonic 06
Yep.
was pitched to fans as a reboot
Labyrinth
in tone and
is
style for Sonic games.
way worse than
No,
this
this is
game.
no. Here's the thing, Alex. Main series, not
ever seen before.
you know
It was meant to make
spin-off.
debut in the 7th generation of consoles, the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Unfortunately, it was a far larger production than Sonic Team predicted, and development fell
18
way
months,
behind.
Alex.
As usual, Sega
Wasn't
forced Sonic
actually-
to
That's how long-
the final stages of
So
production.
That's
here's
how
the
long
thing.
the development
It's not as-
time actually
New
was.
console
Meh.
generation. The result
Here's the thing. You
was
could have
a
made that
big,
game in that time if it wasn't for the fact that they
sloppy
split Sonic
I mean,
Team
immediately
into
obvious is
two
the
parts.
confusing level of
Yep.
One that was working on this game, and one that was working on the port of this game for the Wii that wound up becoming, guess what? Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is a game that is not good. That is much worse than this. They better...
30 to 60 second loading screen for one character to say
I was gonna say they better put
one
Secret
line of
Rings
dialogue
above this game,
just
but,
to get to another loading screen. A smaller than required budget and a lack of time to finish.
Yeah.
But even if Sonic Team had made the game they wanted, the fact remains, this game would have been about a blue hedgehog who fights a random evil sun god, which a king trapped in tears of his daughter who can't cry and is into bestiality.
Yeah, my
Okay.
eyes.
Thankfully, though, at the end of the game, our hero.
I mean,
reversed
Sonic
time and
Adventure
none of this
1 was
shitty
about
story
time-traveling
ever happened,
spirits
which is pretty
and
much exactly what we wished had happened
an
with this game
ancient
at the beginning.
guardian deity trapped inside the Chaos Emeralds.
Remember the
Oh,
last entry, Sonic
there it
the old
is.
rundown about why the game is bad and
Yeah,
Mhm.
remember when they had this as their
It was
worst
Sonic
Sonic game?
God damn it! I hate this game. No one can ever tell me it's good. It's trash.
That's
Everything
more
about it is
correct
trash. It's
than
just Sonic R's trash.
what the hell is going on in this gameplay.
Here
Oh,
is the big
Rise of
game
Lyric.
to save the Sonic franchise. Again. And again, it is horrendous. Sonic Boom is broken in so many ways.
Secret
The
Rings
characters
is
never
way
traits are
worse
underused,
than
levels are big and don't
Sonic
encourage
06, I just
exploring.
wanna
The
say.
speed sections just
Sonic
shove,
06
making them
has
legitimately
controls
hard
that
on your
aren't
eyes, and the
ass.
overall story is just not interesting. And it's also legitimately
Sonic the
possible
Hedgehog,
to skip
like Sonic and the Black
sections
Knight,
of the game.
has
What makes
great
Rise of the Lyric
controls,
worse
and
is that it was
Sonic and the
actually
Secret
meant to
Rings has
herald in a
awful
new era of
controls.
Sonic, the era of Sonic Boom, but failed due to being rushed through production. It's almost exactly like Sonic 06 all over again, except there's not as much fun to make of it. At least he didn't try to make the characters dark, brooding, or kinky for bestiality like 06 did. And the worst part is that it's not even fun to play, not even for laughs.
It's number 1.
Hey, remember the Kinect? Yeah, before
It's gonna be
Xbox
Sonic
said,
Free
"Yeah, we
Riders,
have
isn't
this
it?"
thing and we're gonna force
Yep.
you to buy it, then we're not gonna make anybody use it or anything. Yeah, well, that was the thing. Anyways,
That's
say hello to the
fair.
worst of the worst. Sonic Riders was already a terrible spin-off racing franchise.
No.
Sonic Riders was not
As to how it
terrible.
became a
Sonic
You are
Free Riders just
lying,
does not
Greg.
function
they didn't actually
correctly.
play these games. Better question.
Yes, they made 3 of them. Somebody was playing
I got the
them.
first out of a bargain bin for like 50 cents, and I regret spending those 2 quarters as soon as I started playing it. So how the hell were there 3 of these games? And why
Somebody
the
was
hell
playing
is the
them,
third
it
one
just
so
wasn't you.
unplayable? There is no excuse when you release a racing game on a new system that it just flat out doesn't work. Sonic Free Riders is broken. Want to make a right turn? Yeah, good luck. See that power up? Oh, sorry, passed right through you.
And it's not a
Wanna play
problem with the
second
Kinect
player?
because I
Prepare to
have
look like a
other
complete
no
moron.
Last of Us.
Unlike Sonic Boom,
'Cause
Sonic
I
R,
have a
Sonic 06,
Kinect,
which are also broken,
and there
Free
are
Riders is so
plenty of other
bad,
games
it's
that
actually
work
hard to
perfectly
make fun
fine
of.
with it.
Even worse, playing one race is practically guaranteed to hurt your back, regardless of if you're just the stereotypical fat nerd or physically unreasonably proportioned bodybuilder. There is no other Sonic game that requires
I mean,
you
I
to
wasn't
physically harm your body.
back when I played this game, but it doesn't work.
Games like R or The Fighter,
No.
humorous charm of playing trash like Shadow or Sonic Boom or Sonic 06. But there's no reason
I love how
touching this game.
Knuckles is in the
Does not
background
belong on the
like,
shelf, much less your
okay,
game console.
I guess this is
It
happening
simply
now.
worthless in every possible
You guys
way.
remember when I
like-
used to be the guardian
This game
of
made
the
hoverboards
Emeralds,
uncool. That is
and I
just
didn't have to put
unacceptable.
up with people?
No.
And that was
Hate
Superman and the
gambling.
Clan. Okay.
Okay, this is gonna be in hard news. As well, there are picks I agree with. At the same time, I'm like, oh god. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Alex? I've got to put it in, like, Screwy the Monkey.
Damn.
They
Really?
have it on. They have Sonic and the Black Knight on this list. When there are games, there are Sonic games that shouldn't be on this, you know, that should be on this list that aren't. I can think of Sonic Genesis for the Game Boy Advance being one of them.
That's not really a game, a whole other game though. That's a port.
Oh, true. I don't know. Where would you put it?
I mean, is he wrong about how shitty a lot of these games are? Like,
I
there's a
mean,
reason
yeah,
why a
so
lot
the order's all fucked up. So
right.
Um,
and here's the other thing too. A lot of the games that are genuinely enjoyed and loved, like say Shadow the Hedgehog, right? They're not horrible, but the fact that it's on here, it's one of those I get it moments. You know, sort of like how a guy slaps his wife across the face for cheating. He shouldn't have done that, but I get it.
yeah,
You know,
like if
kinda
Shadow's got to be on this list, I would have put it at number 10. Like if I can only exchange like a couple, I'd say is like we got to take Black Knight off the list and put Secret Rings on here, because Secret Rings is another one of those games where it just barely fucking works.
It's an auto-scroller too.
I wish it was an auto-scroller, because it doesn't fucking work half the time. So, do you remember how the controls work in... Actually, I'm just going to describe it for the audience, for anybody who doesn't know, because statistically speaking, hardly anybody has played Secret Rings. So Secret Rings has this thing where you don't use the nunchuck to move, right? You had to use the Wii Remote. So you have to tilt the Wii Remote forward to move. But if you tilt it too far forward... you start walking backwards. You want to move left and right? You got to tilt the Wii Remote left and right. It's intolerable. It's it's almost Metroid Other M intolerable. Well, in some places it's actively worse.
I think the reason why they put Secret Rings up on there was because the Black Knight was supposed to be the improvement.
It was,
and it was supposed to be before the third game.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, most people would think would be like the best out of the three.
Well, I mean, you know,
like,
Black Knight was the last one with the 4Kids cast. It was the last game to have Jun Senua as the lead composer. As such, it is the last game to capture the energy of classic Sonic era. So you
It was
don't
the
have...
Waggle. It was a Waggle fest, though. I mean, I've seen people actually
Yeah, but
record themselves playing it. It was
like
it was
I
a
have
wax.
I have a let's play of it up on my channel. Well, it's you know, you slash the sword to slash the sword, but for the most part, you know, you're pushing buttons. There's not a whole lot of wiggling and waggling except to cut. You know, it's like people complaining about that. Oh, you got to move your arm to move the sword in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. And it's like, okay, no shit, Sherlock. Of course you have to. And it's like, come on.
It's not one of those things where it's like you understand why they have to put in like emotion controls for that game. It's more like they really didn't have to. They could have at least gave the option to play with a normal controller.
Yeah, but it's still not. You can do that. It would have worked fine, but you also could have done that for Secret Rings, and Secret Rings has way worse controls.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, at least you know, Black Knight's
There's a reason why
there's a reason why
there's a reason why people are trying to make a revamped version of Secret Rings.
Oh yeah, because you like the first thing people did was like, oh, we'll remap the gyroscope and the Wii remote to the left stick on the GameCube controller, and people started doing that had outside of Dolphin the emulator, and you know, now I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing what people can do from that. But see, like Black Knight has cutscenes that are illustrated in color, and the ones in Secret Rings are all monochrome. They're all sepia tone. Like there's barely any color in those. And it's not what I'd call great. It also kind of contributed to the existence, to the horrible, unfinished nature of Sonic 06. And I can't, as a result of them putting Shadow the Hedgehog as being worse than that, I've got to put it down and Screwy the Monkey. Because Shadow the Hedgehog is a perfectly functional game that they put above things that were far worse.
It's not perfectly functional, man. You gotta admit it has some problems.
Dude, I've played the PS2 version. It has problems. It does not have, like, Sonic Labyrinth problems. It doesn't have Secret Rings problems. Like, there's some slowdown occasionally.
It was also the product of its time, with everyone trying to be, like, the new, like, dark, grim, gritty, badass.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, I think that was the first time Crush 40 tuned down to, like, C standard for a song. But, you know, it came out pretty fucking good, and that soundtrack is an all-time banger there, for lack of a better word. Or, like, you had, Crush 40 did the opening and ending songs. They had Mona Lisa Overdrive. They had, no, I just don't remember. Or, fucking hell. Oh, okay. Now I'm just trying to figure it out. You keep going. Kevin, what do you think?
I said hard news.
Yeah, so one for hard news and one for Screw the Monkey. Gizmo, where were you saying? Excuse me.
I don't know, maybe high hard news at the very most. I mean, like, I get it. You know, Shadow the Hedgehog, Black Knight.
Well, Sonic Schoolhouse. Sonic Schoolhouse is objectively the worst fucking thing on there, because it's the one that runs the worst. Even it runs like from the... It's a literal goddamn slideshow, even in stuff that's completely untaxing. You know, like, you're looking at this shit and it's like you're running at 2 frames per second.
Oh, my brother's got a copy of that. He was able to run it really smoothly, but even after the fact, I still think it's a piece of crap. He's only collecting it now because of the fact that it's an obscure thing to find.
No, dude, I've got some obscure crap up on my shelf too.
Like, if I had to put it anywhere, it's no. Screwy the Monkey is too harsh.
I wasn't ever gonna put it anywhere but Screwy the Monkey after they put Black Knight on there.
Maybe not top.
And it just kind of got
worse. At the very most, above games that make you want to bone.
Yeah.
Next one is top 10 things we want to see in the next Zelda. Keep
Can't
in
wait
mind
to see
this
how
is-
that aged.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, let's see how well that aged. Since
Keep in mind-
this was before Breath of the Wild.
Yes, this was way before Breath of the Wild. Let's see here.
If they say less motion controls, it's an automatic Screwy the Monkey.
I mean, Twilight Princess HD gave us a version without motion controls.
And it was demonstrably inferior than Skyward Sword.
Really, the Wii U version of Twilight Princess was inferior to Skyward Sword.
Yes.
Explain.
No one-to-one motion controls.
Okay, but how does not having motion controls in a game that was developed for a system that didn't have motion controls bad?
Well, they should have added them.
How would that work?
So you take the combat engine from Skyward Sword
And
you drop that into Twilight Princess.
oh,
I don't know. That's for them to figure out.
anyway, top
I mean,
10
ideally, I would have just seen them do a whole revamp of Twilight Princess on the Skyward Sword engine.
Anyway, let's get to the video.
Oh, relish. Camera. Got it.
Is this the same
Hey, everybody.
office
What's going
building
on? Guess
that they
what?
used
The
to
new Zelda
shoot
game's coming out.
Nostalgia
I'm really
Critics
excited about it.
videos
It's coming
in?
out for the Wii U, maybe the NX.
No, because they were in different
What we can tell you is
places.
exactly what we want to see from the new Zelda game. As always with our top 10s, let's try to get 10,000 thumbs up. Really excited about this one because this one is brought to you by commercial free by Clash of Kings. Do you have what it
Okay.
takes to stand against lords and lead your army? The
No.
battles are epic, heroes are made, and glory is there for the taking. Now it's time for you to join
don't
the
care.
fight. And make
I like how
history.
they're advertising
So
this
rise up, build an empire, make
voxel-based
alliances, and
world of...
defeat your
Sorry,
enemies.
this
Someday this
voxel-based
war's gonna end. When it does, will you be
Warhammer
king? Available now on
thing,
iTunes, App
and
Store, and Google Play.
that's not how
Download
the game
Clash of Kings
actually
now.
looks.
Find out. United we fight. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig for Screwattack's top 10 things you want to see in the next Zelda game.
Number 10.
This one's super basic, but goddamn is it important. We've had close to a decade of stupid, gimmicky Zelda games. No Nintendo, we don't want to be a wolf, and we don't want to swing around your stupid Wiimote around the living room, and we don't want to use your
Okay.
gamepad like a camera. We want a freaking Zelda game, plain and simple, where you use a controller with sticks and buttons. No gimmicks needed.
You're on thin ice already.
Number 9.
One of the worst things about the more recent Zelda games is the amount of backtracking that takes place. Now, hold
No,
up. Not all
that's
backtracking
part
is
of the
bad.
franchise.
Not all backtracking is a bad thing. It just doesn't have to play such a big role, especially if the world is so big and vast like we're expecting it to be.
Number 8.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit, dungeons are one of the best things about Zelda games. You and I both know it. You always feel so smart and skilled once you beat one. But what about taking how cool the dungeons are and bringing them into the 21st century? Yeah, you heard us. We want procedurally generated dungeons that never ever end. How amazing would that be?
Like an endless
Not
dungeon
really.
system?
Also, catching
I mean,
up to
that's
some more
the
modern
kind of
games,
thing that
the
you'd
addition of
have for
fast
like a
travel would be
challenge mode.
Hugely appreciated addition. When you're dealing with
Yeah.
a giant open world, trekking from one side of the map to the other to drop off an item can be tedious and annoying. Sure, there's an audience that has no problem taking their sweet ass time, but I live on the internet, a place where the attention span is about as long as a.
I mean,
Hold on.
Skyward Sword had fast travel. Ocarina of Time had fast travel.
All right.
Twilight Princess had fast travel.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Number 6.
Now, when you think Link, you automatically think green tunic, and that's awesome. It's iconic. That's amazing. But how
Uh-huh.
about letting us give Link a little bit of flavor?
I
Now,
don't
you wanna
care
wear another
about
color?
that.
You do it. You wanted to have some earrings? You do it. Want to wear a polka dot socks? Make it happen.
That's
The ability to
stupid. Why would
customize
I
Link will
ever
add a
do
unique
that?
level of personalization to each player's experience, further bringing them deeper and deeper into
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
That
That
ended up
seems-
getting to
Five.
Breath of
See,
the
that
Wild.
seems...
This may
yeah.
be skewed towards the older demographic, but whatever. We want Zelda to grow up. And no, we're not talking about Zelda, the actual character. We're talking about the game. A huge majority of the Zelda fan base are adults now, and we grew up with the franchise, and now we want to see the franchise grow up with us. We aren't saying the game needs to be rated M or full of gore, although we wouldn't hate that. We're just saying we want more from
No,
the
it needs to be
character,
full of the
the
other
story,
thing that
and
gets
it
you an
wasn't
M
just the
rating.
generic save the princess, beat the bad guy, happy ending affair. We played it a dozen times.
So more booba.
Number 4.
Yes.
Hey, listen, Nintendo. We don't want any crappy hold your hand
No.
sidekicks that make us feel like an idiot.
Why are you
Stop
picturing
treating us
5
like
for that?
We're stupid. We get it.
Because
Some people
that's-
struggle with some parts and they
That's
don't
the
know what to do.
usual
You know what?
scrappy
That's fine.
subject
Then
for
provide them with the
sidekicks.
assistance as an option. Not
Why
the
are you
primary
putting-
part of the game?
He's
Think
not
about
even a
giving them that stupid
sidekick.
Super guy thing in the new Mario games that pretty much lets you automatically win because you suck. Otherwise, you can do something totally innovative in today's gaming space and let the player figure the game out for themselves. I know, it's crazy.
You do realize all of that's optional, right?
Ganon has had a really good run. I mean, he's a great bad guy, but let's just breathe a little bit of life into the whole bad guy scene and give someone else a chance. And no, we're not
No.
talking about
We
someone who
did.
secretly turns into Ganon at the end, or that silly
We
lady
literally
from Hyrule
did.
Warriors who wants to bang
Damn.
the shit out of Link. How about pulling a Mario RPG and giving us a villain that is so horribly dastardly son of a bitch that Ganon and Link need to actually work together? How cool would that be?
Sounds
How
like a
iconic would that
okay
be?
idea.
Number 2.
Sticking with the whole boss theme, we love us some Zelda boss battles. And there have been some pretty large ones over the years, but you know, how about we take it to the next level with this shit and go Shadow Colossus up in this mother? We're talking huge bosses. I mean, we want to see the dungeon.
You said
turn
you
into a
didn't want any
boss.
gimmicks,
Yeah, like
though.
the whole freaking dungeon.
I mean, we get that in
That
Breath of the
would be a
Wild.
gimmick.
Relationship with Platinum Games, so let's just hope they picked up the phone and got a little bit of advice.
It's number 1.
And here's the game changer, something that's never been done in a Zelda game before. Now, in the past, Miyamoto and Nintendo have preferred to have a straightforward story, and you know what? It's been great.
No.
But, man, can you imagine if the
No,
decisions
why
he
would...
made in
No,
the
I
game
don't want different
actually
endings
altered the ending of the game?
in a Zelda
What if
game.
you just didn't help a kid in a village and he ended up being your biggest rival? Or you chose not to kill a boss? How crazy would that be? And he ended up helping you in the final boss, whoever that may be.
That's not a
Super
Zelda
Metroid.
game.
If you want to take Zelda to the next level
No.
and really make this
This is-
the best Zelda game ever, this would be a great place to start.
Wow, that is... That number 1 is completely off the mark.
Hey, there's Sean Hine.
Well, I guess it's
I'm
going
not
into
saying-
Screwy the Monkey.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying that's really weird.
Right, so we're putting that in Screwy the Monkey.
Well, screw the monkey.
Yep.
What
Damn.
do you... I'm like... I don't know.
Low hard news for me.
I'd say like low hard news, high Nick broke it, because that's just... A lot of this stuff is just... I wouldn't...
You're saying it wouldn't have been cool to have like endless dungeons for that kind of thing,
That's a challenge.
like
yes,
alternate
that-
endings
that
for the
would-
Zelda game.
Endless dungeons, sure, not for like a main part of the game, because that's like if you want to have a Zelda game that's built like The Binding of Isaac, sure. That's not, but that's like a 2D spin-off kind of game. If you want to have an endless dungeon section and where it's just one big hole that you go into forever, sure. If you want to have alternate endings, it's like that's just not Zelda. Zelda's already got enough timeline problems as it is. I still vehemently disagree with Nintendo about what they think the timeline is supposed to be.
All right, so one more news, one Screwy the monkey. Made in the middle right there.
I'd put it below scariest game. Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's fine where it is. Oh, right now it's top 10 Xbox games.
I think that earlier one will be my last one because I'm getting tired.
Sorry, you're saying in the one that we just did, or the one that we're about to do?
The one we just did.
Oh, the one. Okay. Well, I guess we can duck off for the night. It is getting kind of late. I'm getting a little bit tired
Hey, you did
myself.
start late too.
Yeah, we did. So it's going to be a bit of a short episode tonight. But hey,
So next
it's
time
good.
will be top 10 Xbox games.
Yeah,
and
good coming back to
next
that.
next stream I presume is one of yours and Benjamin's things.
I believe so. Yeah, the guy who's always asking for more Screwattack lists has got what he wished for.
And then afterward, we're gonna finally wrap up Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Until
Until then, I'll see you guys later. So, bye.
Try to relax your anus.
All right. I was gonna say this next one was gonna be our ending, but I guess we can end here if we want.
He took that as like that's gonna be it.
I'm taking that as that's gonna be it too, because I am getting really sleepy. I need to go take a shower and hit the bed. So I guess we're off for the night then.
I guess.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. You can find Kevin and myself here and Gizmo at Gizmo Hibiki.